Reggie Miller, he loves Michael Jackson. Have you seen the movie yet?
I haven't. These damn playoffs. Slow down so I can go see my. But I did run into. I was in the restaurant last night or yesterday morning here in New York, and Lawrence Tate, the actor who plays Barry Gordy in the film, and from all the reviews I've been reading about the film, I heard his Barry Gordy is spot on. So I am excited, but these playoffs, they got me right now.
And then Jermaine Jackson's son plays Michael Jackson. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, he is. I heard he is the reincarnation of Michael. And it makes sense because I guess he's always been around Michael, obviously, younger in his life. So the mannerisms, from what I've been hearing and reading, are there. But I will give you a bird's eye view after I see the film, unless you've seen it already.
I have not seen it.
Okay.
I have not seen it. Did you ever meet Michael Jackson?
I never met him. Went to 3 concerts in my life. 2 were the Victory Tour. This is right after Thriller came out, like the mid to late 80s in Dodger Stadium. When I didn't have any money. I still don't have any money, but when I really didn't have any money. And then I went to the 30th anniversary of CBS. CBS did a special right before 9/11, I believe, that weekend in Madison Square Garden. So those were the 3 Michael Jackson concerts I went to.
Yes, Marvin.
On that 30th anniversary show, Michael Jackson doing Billie Jean, and you can see Reggie as clear as day. Showed a photo of the baby crying. Eyes were like...
I had the hat on.
Yes, he did. Yes.
I was like grooving.
He was jamming, DP.
I didn't know that they had you on camera.
Oh, it was a vibe. Everyone that was anyone was in the Garden that weekend, but that night it was NSYNC performed, Usher performed, Britney Spears performed. It was unbelievable.
Reggie, in the Garden tonight, the atmosphere won't be the same tonight. Hawks at the Knicks, tip off.
But why wouldn't it? I'm coming to do a game. Why wouldn't it be?
8 Eastern, NBC and Peacock. What happened to your Pistons?
To my Pistons?
Well, I don't know. They're not mine.
Look, you had a sense coming into the playoffs. I know they played great down the stretch, and I know Cade was out for quite a bit of time, but he came back. I believe he got 2 or 3 games in during the regular season to get close to that quota, and then I think he won his arbitration case. But the one thing and the one question mark was their shooting all season long. Their defense was great. They had a unbelievable go-to guy, obviously, in Cade. They had a great number 2 option in Jalen Durham, who's been terrible in this series. But to me, it was always their shooting. And right now, the playoffs always brings out the warts in all your teams. And you're seeing that when a team like Orlando, who only shot, 28% from 3 last night. Again, they were at home, though. And they still win. That shows you the struggles that the Pistons have shooting the basketball.
If you're going to be a championship caliber team, you have to have another scorer. Yeah. And if I look, SGA and Jalen Williams, Tatum and Brown, Joker and Murray, Steph, Clay, Giannis, Chris Middleton, LeBron, AD. You just Detroit doesn't have that guy. It's Cade. Orlando is just going to beat him up, make him work for everything, and his usage rate is really high. That basically just wear him down. And Orlando didn't play well at all and ended up winning that game.
Yeah, and again, it's not like they can't go home and win Game 5 and come back and win Game 6 on the road. It's something when you win 60 games, you have the ability to go on the road. But I think they'll find scoring at home because your support players played better at home. I believe they win Game 5, and then they're just going to roll the dice. And I mean, they had their chances to win Game 4 last night. But again, the pressure of Orlando. Orlando is a really good defensive team, and they are playing with so much confidence right now. And again, I had question marks about them coming into the playoffs. That last regular season game in Boston, when Boston sat everyone and Boston throttled them, and that was the difference between the 7 and 8 and all that, and people had question marks. But then they got it right in the play-in situation, and now they're on the cusp of being an 8 team, knocking out the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
The Denver Nuggets last night won, which I expected. DiVincenzo not there. Ant is out as well. Do you like Denver's chances to be able to still win this given the injuries?
I do. I think now Denver's dealing with some issues as well. Aaron Gordon didn't play last night for them. And look, it's one game. And they're a championship caliber team. They've got a 3-time MVP. Can they go into Minnesota and win? Absolutely. But like I just highlighted, your role players play much better at home. And Dosunmu, who was great in that game 4, who had 43 points, Bones Highland. I mean, these guys are going to get an opportunity without Dante being out. And I don't see Ant-Man coming back in this series. So it's one game. Can they win it? Absolutely. But Minnesota is a very difficult team to win at home. So that should be a fun game to see.
Talking to Reggie Miller. He'll be on the call with Mike Tirico tonight. The Hawks at the Knicks. Madison Square Garden tip-off 8 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Did the voters get it right with Rookie of the Year?
They did, but I want to tell you where Khan lost it. When the league sent out that arbitration and they were hearing the arguments for Cade, they were hearing the arguments for Luka Doncic, if they could be a part of those in-season awards, you didn't have to have your ballots back at the end of the regular season, which it normally is. So that bled into the play-in games, and I think voters saw the struggles of Khan in those 2 games, and I think that hurt him. If the voters had not seen those 2 games and the votes had to be in, I think you saw how close it was. So obviously he was knocking on the door of winning that award. But I just think those games in the play-in affected some voters. And to me, that's where he lost it. I love both guys. I think both Cooper Flagg and Con Knipple will be in this league for a long time. They both will have great years. I would have probably liked for it to be Co. We've seen it before, but I have no problems with Cooper Flagg winning it. But to me, I think Con lost it with those playing games and the votes not having to be in.
And you brought it up, and you garnered some headlines when you thought, you know what, I got to factor in these play-in games with Con Knipple, and that probably cost him some votes. But you look at Cooper Flagg, like his rookie year is LeBron's rookie year.
Yeah.
Pretty much right there. Man, Shaq was 23.5 and 14 rebounds and 3.5 blocks his rookie year. Iverson averaged 23.5. Duncan was 21 and 12. KD averaged right at 20. Blake Griffin had an unbelievable rookie season. 22.5 and 12 rebounds. Luka as well.
And also, too, I think you and we kind of talked about this. Is it more of an individual awards, or do you factor in team success? I was factoring in team success because of what Con had meant to Charlotte, and Charlotte was on that run, especially second half of the season. But if you just go back 2 years ago when Victor won it, the Spurs weren't great. Last year when Stephon Castle on the same team of the Spurs, they weren't winning, and he got the Rookie of the Year. So you can't really factor in winning in terms for the Rookie of the Year because most of them are on bad teams. But I just wanted to give Con some love because I just thought the turnaround in Charlotte was great, and he had a big part to do with it. But he was more of a supporting player there, whereas Cooper Flagg had to do everything in Dallas. He was getting the best defense each and every night. Con wasn't. So I can see the case for both. Again, I love both players. Both were well-deserving, but I'm happy for Cooper Flag.
Yeah, and Doc Rivers said that to me a couple of weeks ago. You got to factor in the culture that changed when Con Knippel got there, and they made the playoffs. But you know what it's like when you are the guy every single night. Cooper Flag was at 19 every single night, and you don't have Kyrie. AD's gone. You have to play well. Have to. Hornets could win, and Con didn't have to play well. Cooper Flag had to play well. And I know we tend to kind of massage these arguments of, well, how did the team do? Well, wait a minute. Did you factor it in previous years?
Right.
Well, no, but.
No. Not for Rookie of the Year, we didn't. I think for the MVP, we do a little bit. Team success
it should
matters
be. Yes.
For the MVP as it should. But for Rookie of the Year, it really doesn't matter. And in Cooper's case, as much as what you just highlighted, not only did he have to score, he averaged, 18, 19 points again, but setting the table for everyone else. I mean, Jason Kidd was brilliant as putting him as a point forward. He took his lumps early. He figured it out. That's why he's Rookie of the Year.
Flag averaged 21, just under 7 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Those are basically LeBron's numbers. In fact, he averaged a little more than LeBron with points and rebounds there. Best rookie you ever saw was who?
I would probably say, again, I'm a homer. Growing up in California, Magic Johnson's rookie year and how that extended into the playoffs and what he did, coming off a national championship at Michigan State, Magic could do no wrong in my eyes. I just idolized him growing up in Riverside and watching the Lakers and what he did in the early 80s and throughout all of the 80s, obviously when he was a rookie in 79, 80. That's probably the best rookie that I personally was of age and be like, oh my God, that's amazing. 6'9" point guard. And he just changed basketball because we had never seen a point guard at 6'9".
What was it like the first time you played against him?
Are you talking about professionally or like at UCLA? Because I played against him first at UCLA.
Yeah, the summer pickup games.
The summer pickup games, because you don't want to be a fanboy, but that's Magic Johnson. That's, it's Byron Scott, it's Michael Cooper, all these guys that, you idolize, and now you get a chance to share the same court. So you tried to play cool and you tried to pick up all the tricks. That's what I tried to do. And I was just fortunate that they took me underneath their wing and showed me all the do's and don'ts.
Did you guard Magic? Did you want to guard Magic?
I tried to guard Magic. People forget how big Magic, and I'm going to tell you this. People forget how big Larry Bird. Larry Bird was a big 6'9". Magic Johnson is a big 6'9", long, tall. Those guys, we talk about Wemby and Dirk and the length of Giannis and all that. Magic and Larry were big, 6'9", 6'10", and being able to pass and handle. It was just amazing to watch.
I think Magic's underrated because if you mention greatest players of all time, I can factor in college. I can factor in changing the NBA, winning 5 titles there. His name is not mentioned. It's Mike and then LeBron.
Right. And then Kareem is sprinkled in there. But then after that, I think Magic is.
But it feels like Kobe is sometimes mentioned before Magic.
Look, I hear a lot, obviously living in the LA area, you hear Kobe being the best Laker of all time. I mean, obviously you got Kareem, you got Shaq, you got Magic. I mean, the history there with the Lakers is amazing, and rightfully so. Because, you could put Kobe in there as well. But I just think Magic a lot of times gets overlooked. But that's because he was people don't understand how great, not good, how great Magic was in terms of winning games, of just winning games.
Okay, if I say you can start your team, I'm going to give you LeBron. I'm going to give you Kobe. I'll give you Magic.
Who do I take out of those 3?
Yeah.
with my skill set. I'm taking Magic with my skill set.
Okay, let's say you're not on the floor. Let's say you're the GM.
Ooh. I'm still taking. That is so tough. Whoa. Oh, that is tough. Magic. I'll go with Magic.
See, I'd have to take LeBron over with longevity.
Okay, well, you're going to factor in,
Yes,
21 years.
I'm taking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
23 years. Excuse me, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to factor in that.
But if I say you can have the first 10 years of LeBron, first 10 years of Magic,
Oh my God, that's tough too. Oh, that is so tough. And the first 10 years of Kobe's, his first 10 years. Remember, he was he was Robin.
Yes.
We know who Batman was on that team.
Yes.
So
did Kobe ever become Batman when
yes,
Shaq was on the floor?
I would probably say that third championship. So they went us, New Jersey, and was it Philly, the third one? I would say that third one when they beat Philly, that's when it was probably two Batmans.
But is that when it started to crack?
Probably. Oh man, if those guys, you know what? I'm glad they didn't like one another and they broke up. Because seriously, you can make a case they're arguably the greatest duo ever. You could put Scotty and Michael in there. I would put Magic and a downsized Kareem, but you can go Magic and James Worthy. Big game James. That was a heck of a duo.
Yeah, it's Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq have to be the greatest duo ever.
Like, there's no answer for Shaq, and there might not be an answer for Kobe as well. But so I got Jordan and Pippen, so Scotty's got to guard Shaq.
No.
And Mike and Kobe. But then Shaq's got to guard Scotty, and Kobe's got to guard Mike.
I'm still going with Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too.
I'm going with Shaq and Kobe.
There's no scenario where if I said the first 10 years of Jordan and the first 10 years of any other player, would you take any other player first 10 years over Jordan?
No.
Because Jordan didn't start to win, though, until he was, 28?
Until his like 7th or 8th year, right?
No,
6th year.
I would say I would take Kareem. Like Kareem's rookie year, Didn't he average like 28 and 15 or something? It was like nobody had ever seen something like that before. 29 and 15 his rookie year.
And still the toughest shot to ever guard.
Yeah.
I would go MJ Kareem. They're like this. MJ Kareem. Yeah. MJ Kareem.
I love putting you on the spot.
I know. And I fail miserably every time.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. No, you don't. No.
All right.
You're good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What, Marvin?
Hey, Reg, quick question.
Yes.
Michael or Prince?
Are you serious right now?
Wow.
Are you serious?
Marvin.
I love them both. Don't get me wrong.
He's first team all Mike. He's the one Michael that Reggie likes.
Man. Now.
He likes that Michael. He doesn't like the other Michael.
Hey, come on. I would. To me, it's not even close.
Okay. And those two didn't like each other.
Well.
No, I don't think Prince liked Mike.
Okay, maybe that's the case.
Yes.
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 Yeah. I would say Prince didn't like Mike, but Mike, Mike had it all by then,
I mean, it wasn't quite like Isaiah and Michael Jordan, but, Prince probably was like, I'm every bit what this guy is, and then some. And a better basketball
Prince was
player.
a bad dude, don't get me wrong, but Mike is Mike. Come on, man. You can't even walk outside. He can't even walk outside, man, without people fainting. All right? Now, Prince is having people faint for other reasons. Don't get me wrong.
He had the ladies.
I would want to put it like this. I want to go to the club with Prince.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I can't imagine that he would be really a chatty guy. He strikes me as very quiet.
Prince or Michael?
Probably both.
I think Prince had more of a sneaky, funny side.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think
I could
Prince
see
would-
that. I could see that. All right. Have fun tonight in the Garden.
I'm gonna love it.
Okay.
Game 5, series tied 2-2. Oh, I love it. Come on, let's do it.
That's Reggie Miller will be on the call with Mike Tirico tonight. Hawks Knicks tip off 8 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. We're back after this. Guys, if your hair isn't playing like it did in your 20s, it's time for a real comeback, not another workaround. Throwing on a hat isn't a strategy. Start Nutrafol today and make that hat optional. Visit Nutrafol.com. Enter the promo code Dan Patrick.